Yes, people, and welcome back. It is Friday night, and it is the weekly preview show. I'm joined by Charl. We are going to have Velv coming on in a minute, and possibly another one. But Charl, how are you doing? Obviously, on this fine Friday evening.
Yeah, I'm feeling beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's Friday. What more could you want? You have 2 days of, it's bank holiday, but I work Monday. But, I'll take the 2 days.
I also work on Monday, don't worry.
But yeah, no, I'm all right. I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to the weekend of football and F1. I mean, what more could we all want?
That is true. I suppose the only thing positive about working bank holidays is it does give you an extra set of holiday, basically, in your thing, don't you? Because we get like 8 bank holidays or something, isn't it? So they have to then put that into your holiday allowance. So I suppose it is quite an advantage there. But you get.
But yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I've been playing F1 all day. Did the Dutch Grand Prix, won that, and just did Monza and won that as well. I'm sat in a McLaren teammate in Lando Norris doing things that Daniel Ricciardo wishes he could have done. But let's talk about football. Wolf says, hello, Niall and Charl. Hello, Wolf.
Hello, Wolf.
We're going to have the best Brazilian in the Prem. But you're buying Fred. Interesting. I've also just realised I haven't put my games on here. That will help. But I've got the games in front of me. It's already going well. You can see that. If you do want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be a member, you can. All the stuff is in the description and all of that lovely jazz. And yeah, if you want to send through super chats or whatever, be my guest basically. But Charl, we must start. Let's do it in order. And let's start with the first game of the weekend, which is going to be at St Mary's. And it's Southampton versus Manchester United. Obviously, United coming off the back of a very, very good win at Old Trafford against Liverpool. Maybe, and I just say maybe, Ten Hag has, gone in there, thrown a few boots around and gone a bit mad. And maybe he might just start getting a couple of performances out of a couple of players. I mean, Rashford played well on Monday, as did Sancho. And obviously, Ronaldo was benched. I don't know if we'll see Ronaldo in this game, honestly. I suppose with Martial not playing, there's a possibility, but I think Ten Hag might stick with the Rashford up top with maybe Elanga and Sancho and play a bit pragmatically to start with. But what's your thoughts on this one?
They're going to lose. Southampton are going to beat them. Sorry, we've seen this. We've seen this for the last couple of seasons, is that Man U turn up for the big games and for the little games that they should be winning. When they give a performance but when you give it a performance like you gave against Liverpool, and then you're probably going to lose to Southampton. For me personally, I think they've had this one good game. They've hit their peak, but Man U hit their peak, and the only way is to go down again, and then they have to go back up again and go down again. And it's like a bloody. I don't know where I'm coming or going with them.
For me, and this is just trying to be fairly sensible. It is a new manager, and players cannot throw in the towel now, because there's no way United are going to be able to sack Ten Hag without Old Trafford being burnt down. The fans would go absolutely, they'll go ballistic. So I do think that United can play well. And I do think they'll need to get a performance. I think, a little bit of consistency. I think that game against Liverpool will give the team a lot of confidence. I don't expect to see Maguire playing this game. Obviously, with Casemiro coming in, he may make his debut tomorrow against Southampton, hearing a lot of positive things about him. You know, apparently he asked for sort of like a data sheet on the referees, what they like to be called, all of that, so that he knows and how they like to ref the game, just so that he knows how far he can push it, really. And that is the most Casemiro thing I've ever seen in my life. So I do think he'll add a lot into the midfield in there. It'll be interesting because he has this sort of like relationship with Fred, and everyone seems to lump McTominay and Fred together. And I suppose that is technically Ollie's fault, because all he did was playing Fred, and it sort of tarnished Fred's name, if I'm being honest, because I don't think Fred is as bad as people make out. I think obviously, yes, you could do better. Yes, there will be better players out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think necessarily Fred is that bad. But let's go to some.
I think just quickly, I think that for me, the game is going to be decided on a couple of things. If Harry Maguire starts, because that defensive lineup against Liverpool was strong. It wasn't faulty, and it was absolutely perfect. I don't think that if you add Harry Maguire into the mix, it's going to be a good combination against Southampton. And I think if you're playing Harry Maguire, you're going to lose.
About it, especially with who's the free kick taker for Southampton, and who's also prone to giving a fair few free kicks in and around the area. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be starting Harry Maguire. That would be ridiculous.
Harry Maguire.
You'll want to avoid starting Maguire, and in fact, you'll want to avoid playing him at all. And there are links and talks that he could be off to Chelsea if you don't get Fofana. And I mean,
that's such a good joke.
I've not really understood.
I will literally have a breakdown if that.
It would make sense though, because your transfer business this year has been a little bit suspect. I mean, you're going to bring in Aubameyang when you've got Brozier just sat on the bench chilling. You've been playing Havertz in a number 9 when you've got Brozier on the bench chilling. You've got Sterling, who is kicking balls into the stand, just chilling. And then you've got Mendy just chilling on the ball and giving the possession to the other team, which is always nice. From
we can discuss Chelsea when we get to that game. Let's continue on with them.
I just do think that your transfer business has been a bit odd, which would actually make sense when you sign Maguire.
I mean, Sterling, I'm happy with. Cucurella, I'm happy with. But I agree with the Brozier thing. I agree that Brozier needs to get minutes. Brozier has earned some minutes after the performance he gave last season.
He was excellent at Southampton that season. I just don't get it. But as I said, your transfer business
this is actually taking the mickey. I actually Prime that
I also echo Prime's words there. I would also like to see that. RJ says he'll be on soon. Love to see it. I kindly disagree, Charl. They will not lose.
That's a cool story. I've heard that a few too many times from United.
It's all about opinions, isn't it? There's a difference between us and Chelsea. We don't get destroyed by Leeds. He has got you there. He has got you there, I'm afraid. That's all I really say about that. Man, you also have better owners. Ouch. Than who? And a better manager who can cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, okay. It's a tough one, really, because Ten Hag and Tuchel are just they're a little bit different, aren't they? Ten Hag is, for me, he's more of a watcher, and I reckon in the training ground and the changing rooms, I reckon that's when he blows his top. But I do agree that he is a lot calmer than Tuchel. I think you can say that, but Tuchel's also very good and passionate, and sometimes the players need that. So it really depends on the manager and his style. I mean, every manager has a different style, no matter what you do. Glazer till I die. Niall again with the slick haircut. It's just the same one. We also got a manager who doesn't get rattled over no eye contact handshakes. That is true. You know,
That's cool. You're more bothered about my manager than I am about yours. But carry on, please. This is enjoyable.
Charl, what are you drinking?
A White Claw, because I'm a basic.
Nice.
McTominero.
I don't think we can ever do that again, Prime. Now just looking like the sixth member of One Direction. Didn't they break up like years ago or something? Why would we start Maguire?
It's Man United.
There's 2 starts in that. I'm presuming you only meant 1, but I get you. Because he's your captain. Debatable. And obviously we've got that one. Kenny says, yo, we are going to draw 1-1. Remember this. Kenny, if you're still logged into the... No. You shut up. If you're still logged on to the TikTok, put your predictions up there, the one that you sent me earlier. It'll just be easy. We've had no TikTok interactions because we've uploaded nothing. So if you're still logged on, then do that. I'll be on Chelsea are screwed. Love that. And Kenny, you know. Love that. But we've spent 11 minutes and we haven't actually given a prediction. So Charl, what's your prediction for this?
I'm gonna say 2-1 Southampton.
Okay, I mean that's just crazy. Actually, it's not that crazy to be fair. I mean, United really United of old would have been mental, but this United it sort of still makes sense. I'm not logged on, sadly. I don't have TikTok. I swear you used to have TikTok. Kenny still has negative ball knowledge.
Prime, if you're watching this, check your Twitter messages. I sent you the link.
Oh yeah, and Kenny, email it to me then. I'll send you my email later. But moving on, and Everton have just made a sign-in today, and they've signed Neil Maupay from Brighton for an undisclosed fee. Now, this one, I don't know how I feel about this one, because whilst I like Neil Maupay, does he really want to go to a championship next season? Because I think Everton are all but going down, really. But Charl, Brentford, Everton. Brentford, I mean... my prediction, I went 2-1 United.
Yeah, please. Okay,
my prediction's 2-1 United.
Oh, so we've gone 2-1, but just different scenarios.
Yeah. Well, I think United will just carry on the form from the Liverpool game. Well, they need to really. Although if your Glazers out, you probably want them to lose so that it just tampers a bit of that, feel good factor a bit.
Momentum.
But Brentford Everton, Brentford obviously got a fantastic result against United, and then I think they drew last weekend, if I remember correctly. But obviously Everton have just signed Neil Maupay. Now, striker's been a big issue for Everton. Obviously, Rondon is not Premier League quality at all. And then obviously you've got Calvert-Lewin, who's permanently injured. So bringing in Neil Maupay is beneficial, but obviously the same as it always was with Brighton. How many goals is he realistically scoring, and how many goals are going up into the stands? What's your prediction for this one?
Assist-wise, he might be quite useful.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Assist-wise, and that is what I think they will use.
Is that what you think Lampard's brought him in for? Do you think he's gone for his goals, or a bit of both?
I think more so you have to go on the fact that it's his goals the last couple of seasons haven't been like up there at his best, but his assists have been solid. They've been coming through consistently. So maybe that is why. But I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I think Brentford have got this, not being horrible to Everton, but Everton have just flopped so hard that I mean, you're having to scrape them off the floor. But not being horrible at all, but you ask, I feel like Brentford are just gonna win, and I feel like it might be a 2-0 win to Brentford. It's gonna be my call.
Did you say 2-0? Did you?
Yeah. to Brentford.
Lovely. Whilst I'm doing that, RJ.
RJ's joined. Hi, RJ. How are you?
Hello. Sometimes I said
Southampton United, RJ. Obviously, we've given our predictions, but you haven't given yours. So, what's your one for that one?
Short and simple, 3-1. I think that lets Southampton down there. The defense, their midfield has been superb this season so far, and their attack is obviously it's not perfect. I mean, they are improving. Che Adams is obviously firing out the gates soon, so I do think he'll definitely get a goal. And like I said, their defense is absolutely shocking. Livramento is out till January, I believe. So it's going to be an easy day for Rashford and Sancho.
Yeah, I blame the keeper, Bazunu. He is completely at fault for every single goal Southampton has conceded this season, and I predicted this. So the agenda will run clear for the rest of his career. As RJ has now put this in there, Mike Cooper is clear. He just has more morals than Bazunu because Mike Cooper is still at his boyhood club. So my keeper, but. We don't want to make everyone jealous about having good goalkeepers, do we, RJ? Because you've sort of got to hire. At least my keeper can play with his feet, which is quite good.
Yeah.
You know what? When the ball goes back to Coops, I'm always sat there like, I'm completely chilled, completely calm. He's either going to pass this along or he's going to have to boot it upfield. He doesn't want to take any risks, and I'm completely calm. RJ, do you have that same sort of feeling when the ball goes back to De Gea?
Quite recently, I have been. To be fair, I'll be honest.
You've been completely calm with De Gea having the ball at his feet.
Well, against Liverpool, he's very dominant.
Have you been watching highlights from about 5 years ago? The only way you can be comfortable. The only way you can be comfortable enough watching De Gea play with his play out from the back is if you're watching games from about 5-6 years ago when you were semi sort of good.
I mean, I've been watching the squad for I don't know how long, but I assure you, I've been through the ups and downs. But I can tell you, De Gea is he's a lot better than what he was, a few seasons ago, where God forbid he got dropped for Henderson. But I don't think that ever happened. To be fair, so yeah, no need to worry.
Yeah, you're right. Henderson is saving penalties. Did De Gea save a penalty in a massive shootout? Did have 11 chances too, but
they both messed up. They both saved it, so I mean, it is what it is.
I should stop bullying RJ by this point. So moving swiftly on. Let's go to some comments before me and RJ talk about the Brentford Everton game. If Kenny Takes was a football player, it would be Phil Jones, no doubt. Going to be a disappointing weekend for United, I reckon. I've sorted that out. I blame Man U third kit green jersey for the Brentford loss. How can you spot your teammates on a pitch camouflage with green grass playing in that? Hashtag reasonable excuses. I remember when Argyle made an excuse like that on April Fool's Day. I think it was actually Derek Adams. So they had quoted Derek Adams. I was like, I almost semi-believed it because I have seen Derek Adams blame algae on a pitch for us losing once. So I actually was sort of like, okay, he's actually honest there. But no, I mean, we play in green all the time and we have no issues. Although against Charlton we seem to have issues, but we played in white then. Don't know why you'd move from an exciting Brighton side aiming for Europe to an Everton side who are aiming for 17th. I'm guessing coaching, maybe a bit of money, although Everton don't really have that much, do they? Kenny says Brentford are going to win 3-0. De Gea with friends like Maguire, you don't need enemies. True. De Gea hype in 2022. Of course, Kenny hates Spanish goalkeepers. No, I think Robert Sanchez is a good keeper. Robert Sanchez is a good goalkeeper, that's for sure. And big up to Ravi. But RJ, obviously Everton have just signed Neil Maupay. Neil Maupay used to play for Brighton. He's also and also played for Brentford. Now, is this sort of a signing of we haven't really got anyone else we can go for in terms of Everton? And was Neil Maupay under the influence of something? when signing this contract, because I like Kenny said, why you would go from a very exciting Brighton team under a manager who completely understands the best way to get results. Why would you leave that?
Yeah, it is a weird one because you can also say that about Connor Cody as well. Connor Cody left Wolves to essentially go to Goodison Park. So, I mean, there has to be something. It is a weird one because he was the captain of Wolves. I understand he's like 30 years old, but I understand the fact that maybe Bruno Lage was trying to get him out, probably something like that.
He only went on loan, though. I don't even think it was for the Connor Cody one. I actually think he only went out there on a season-long loan. It just seems weird why you'd loan your captain out. I don't get it. I feel maybe something has been said and done between the two of them, or maybe it is that he's Scouse. So I don't know if he's an Everton or a Liverpool fan, but if he's an Everton fan, maybe he's always wanted to play for his boyhood club, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I could understand I know obviously he has some connections with Everton, I think, because I remember Ting was joking with him, or I don't know, Cara was joking with him one time, but I think look, it's a great signing for Everton, both for Duffy. Maupay is an interesting one because last season he was very inconsistent. Started off very well last season. Obviously, I was in tears because I said, Brian, we're going to get relegated last season, and we all make mistakes down the line. But I think this game
we've just been wildly inaccurate. Connor Cody's a Liverpool fan, which makes this transfer even more peculiar. But continue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just like, I need to Google this. I was like, I need to see I need to know if we're right, and we were well off the mark. Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan playing for Everton on a season-long loan that I don't understand. I know you were mid-flow, but I don't think I could ever join Exeter on loan ever. Like, I would never be able to put that shirt on. Like, no way. So just I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not my job, but. Carry on.
Well, as a wise man once said, potato, same thing, really. Same city, to be fair, and same bunch of scouts you're dealing with, to be fair. I think this game is looking.
I like some scousers.
Oh, I love some scousers too. Yes, don't get me wrong, but I mean, some of them just, some of them just should be nameless, I think, for sure. But anyway,
right, have we got predictions for Brentford Everton? Because otherwise we're not going to get through all the games.
Yeah, no, stop interrupting me, will you? To fuck.
Well, hurry the fuck up then.
I'm thinking. I'm going to say 3-1 Brighton.
3-1. What, Brentford?
Brentford. Oh shit! What the fuck are we talking about? Fucking Brighton.
Brentford and Everton. We're talking about Brentford and Everton the game.
Also, we need to try and keep the language down to a T.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, yeah, I know you're doing your part now. All right, so let's go 1-1. 1-1. We'll go 1-1.
Crikey,
so Brentford Everton 1-1.
I mean,
that's RJ's prediction.
That sounds like quite an interesting game.
You know what the funny thing is, Charl? I got most of them right last week, so
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously we do this on a week by week basis. So what whatever you got last week doesn't count now. But to beat RJ, you've got to get 5 games correct. That's basically that's the standard he set. You've got to get 5 or more games correct with a couple of draws put in there as well, I'm pretty sure. But Velve's also joined us. Luckily, we haven't got very far into it so far. I'm going to quickly say I'm going to agree with RJ and say a 1-1 draw between the two.
Is this Brighton and Leeds?
Brentford Everton. Velve, just quickly give me your predictions, quick fire for Southampton United and Brentford Everton. Quick fire.
I don't want to lecture. I just want to hear the predictions. No. Well, he's not going to speak.
I'll speak it. 2-1 Southampton and 2-0 Brentford.
This is the reason why you get none of these predictions right.
And to be fair, Charl, what did you say for Brentford Everton?
2-0
Brentford.
Brentford.
Right. To be fair, he agreed with Charl on the United Southampton result. But moving on. Wolves are awful right now. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with Wolves at the moment. They got a tough game at Molineux against Newcastle this weekend. Cody went to Everton. Do you live under a rock, Kenny? Jaguar versus Strong TV. Didn't even realise that. Phil, Wolves happy. Question: will Chelsea get a convincing win? We'll talk about Chelsea in a moment. And should Mount and Havertz be chipping in with more goals? Depends on what you want them to be doing.
Robbie, just stop it.
But we will get on. We'll get on to that in a moment because straight after this next game, we get to discuss Chelsea, and then we got Liverpool after that. It's beautiful. But Brentford versus Leeds, not Brentford, Brighton versus Leeds. One day we'll get this right. Brighton versus Leeds at the Amex. Charl, you obviously know Leeds quite well. Congratulations on your victory last weekend. It was a fantastic result against Leeds. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to accept this as a 4% alcohol drink that I would like to accept that is getting.
And there goes the monetization.
I would also like to congratulate Edouard Mendy on his fantastic controlling of the ball and his possession.
If we're being honest, I'm not going to lie. Leeds did an absolutely beautiful job. I'm not going to.
Oh, they did. But Leeds did a lovely job. This game should be on TV. RJ, say something I can use this. And Russ is here indeed. But
I think it's going to be.
This is going to be a good game.
I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Leeds will take it.
Really? What, you're betting against Graham Potter?
No, it's not. I'm betting again. I think Leeds will take it, but the problem is they've lost Mopé. He was assisting the shit out. Assisting them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they also lost Carcarella and a few other guys, and Graham Potter seems to just have this voodoo about him.
I think I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw.
Do you know what? It's not mad. It's not mad.
It's not a mad thing, you know.
It's not mad, but I'm not going to agree with it.
Graham Potter still gets a point.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say he gets 3 points because I'm going to say he's going to win 2-1. Although I do appreciate the Leeds have had a very good start. And to be honest, the new manager, Jesse Marsh, for Leeds is proving to be doing a fairly decent job. And also now Leeds fans can stop mourning the departure of Bielsa, I guess now. Morpay is something, been dying for Graham Potter to have, to be given a better striker for years. I hope he gets a decent replacement. That's very true. But I'm going 2-1 for Brighton. I think Graham Potter will get all 3 points. RJ, I don't know if you love Potter as much as I do. He's English, and I know you dislike
I think that's quite impossible to like Potter as much as you, to be fair. It's kind of like a bromance.
I just need Southgate to be sacked and Graham Potter to be hired, and then I'll start liking watching England.
Well, now all you have to do is...
I'm not mad at that decision.
Let's be real. England ain't winning no World Cup in fucking Qatar. We can fucking put money on that.
It's okay. We've got Southgate in charge. I'm well aware that we're not winning the World Cup. And if we do, I will be paralytically drunk and we'll be streaming on Charles' channel because we definitely won't be able to use this one.
We can stream on my channel. That's fine.
Well, yes, because I'm going to be paralytically drunk. So quality control is because especially if we won the World Cup.
I'm literally going to have to let Prime be in charge because I'm going to be in the same boat as you are.
Well, it's okay. This channel's now got quality control. It's called Russ. It's perfect. Russ makes sure the quality of what we do is perfect. So he definitely wouldn't allow us to do that. That would be mental. We would also have the channel shut down within seconds. But RJ, Brighton Leeds.
Yeah, I think we're probably looking at another Man City Newcastle game here. I think we're looking at a really good game here. Obviously, you got Rodrigo who's on form right now, top of the goal scoring. Obviously, scored against Chelsea. I mean, that wasn't too hard to be fair after what Mendy did. But I mean, you look at Brighton. Obviously, they did lose a lot of talent, but don't get me wrong. I'm surprised that even though they've lost so much, he's still kind of used the players that he has and kind of continue with the system he's using. So for that reason, I'm going 3-3. I think this is going to be a banging game that we're all going to enjoy. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Do you know? I'm actually furious. Like, this game should be on TV. Like, I'm sick of watching. I'm sick of like Arsenal, Fulham. Like, I agree, Arsenal have been doing very well, but this game looks it's got all of the ingredients to be a corker. But now I've said that, watch it be a 0-0 draw. Valve. Actually, RJ, what did you go for in the end?
I said 3-3. It's going to be probably one game of season.
Oh, yeah. Game of season.
Oh, me and RJ agreeing on something. It's going to be a draw.
Well, you're 2-2. I said 3-3. So we're going
to. No. I didn't compare our score lines. I said a draw. A draw is agreeing that two teams are going to draw.
Well, finally, you agree with wisdom. So no problem.
You agree. Now, Valve, what's your prediction?
Is Ireland in the World Cup?
But what are you talking about?
Okay.
Your prediction
give us your projection, please.
We don't pay you to think, clearly.
I'll go with
Thank you.
Oh, RJ. Oh, sorry, Val. Carry on.
I will go with a 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds. I think we've all gone for something a little different. I've gone for a Brighton win. Charl and RJ are saying a draw, and Val's gone for a Leeds win. Interesting.
I want Salford to win.
Wolf says Leeds manager American, Brighton manager English, America assault weapon, England tea. Yeah, Leeds are taking the win. You clearly have never had a fresh cup of tea poured over your head. That's all I will say. And Big G Potter. Sing your opinions, RJ. It's much better. Arsenal 2, Fulham 2. Arsenal winning the league. It's a fair question. What was the fair question?
Oh, it's Val's one. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Charl, I'll let you start on this one because Chelsea take on Leicester. You still have not signed Wesley Fofana. I don't think Leicester are letting you gonna sign Wesley Fofana.
Meetings with no, Valve. I'm talking. Thank you. You're not a Chelsea supporter. Thank you. You don't know my pain.
Thank God I'm not a Chelsea supporter.
Okay, that's cool. Cool story, bro. But anyway, moving on. Still
also, Charl, Prime says no link.
I sent it to you on Twitter, Prime. I sent it to you via Twitter. Anyway, basically, talks were made today between Fofana and so Chelsea and Leicester had a conversation today. I don't know the outcome of it, but I know that talks were held. So yeah, we shall see where that goes. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this game we need to kind of bounce back from the absolutely appalling performance we gave on last weekend, which was actually absolutely scarring. So I mean, I think Mendy could do with a little bit of a rest, or maybe he's had an absolute shouting off from Tuchel. I don't know. But changes need to be made. Do you
still have Kepa? Is he still a player?
Yes, he is, unfortunately.
I would definitely play Kepa.
But yeah. So I think I am going to say a 2-1 to Chelsea. I'm backing my team. Don't judge me. Leave me be.
Did you just say 2-1 Chelsea?
Yeah.
How can you goals?
I can understand why you said that because Leicester have been trash. Charlotte Body
but I think mine about saying 2-1.
She cut the Sri Lanka dish. Mendy slander. Give me a second. I'm coming.
I literally sent you the link.
Honestly, you can't have watched Mendy for the last year and go, yeah, we can't slander him. If I slander De Gea, I have to keep the same energy for Mendy. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not going to lie. Mendy's I will happily agree. Mendy's performance on Saturday was poor. Really, really poor. And 3 out of those, all of those goals were partly his I mean, 2 of them were more his responsibility than the other one. But, you know, all I'm saying is he had a part to play in every single one of those goals. And mistakes were made on his behalf, which is why those goals were conceded. And I'm not blaming just Mendy because our whole team can take responsibility. But if a player is not performing well, I'm going to call them out. I don't care I don't care if we're friends or not. Let me tell you now. Mendy messed up. Koulibaly lost his temper and got a red card, which I think is petty as hell. There were every single player. There was a couple of players that maybe gave like 45%, but that's about it. And that was in the first half. Second half, dead.
Good to see Russ using the terraces key that they have for Terry, obviously being Terry Romano. And can Iceland security Koulibaly?
I've just said that he just performs well. If you hadn't listened, you know.
Security Koulibaly is going to be suspended for this game because Man got sent off. So, you know, that's 2 new signings being sent off. I'm waiting for Martinez or someone to get sent off in their next game. But I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw because I don't think either team will score. Leicester have been absolutely atrocious, and you should be lucky I'm giving Mendy a clean sheet. Actually, let me change it. I'm going 1-1. Scrap that. I don't believe in any of your defenses. I believe in your defense a bit more than your goalkeeper, but I do not. This game has got rubbish against rubbish, and you know, as I said, Sterling's probably gonna shoot the ball into the stand about 40 times. Havertz is gonna miss an open goal, and Mason Mount is just gonna, I don't know what, run around the pitch going passion, and somehow be classed as Pele. Prime, obviously you are a Chelsea fan, so what's your thoughts on this one? Can anyone hear Prime, or is that just...
Yeah, Prime, we actually need to hear you.
I haven't. This is very loud. I haven't spoken yet.
Oh, have you not? I was just about to say. What's your thoughts on Leicester?
I don't know, because everything I want to say about Leicester is that like they've got some injury or players who will be out for the game, and they kind of look like they're in shambles. But we're the same, really. So I can't really say that. My heart says 3-1. My head says 2-2.
What would you like me to go for?
I don't really care.
We'll go for 2-2.
Whichever one that results.
You have a better chance of getting 3 points if I put 2-2, mate. There is no way you've got a player who can score 3 goals, even combined 3 players, and I don't think you've still got 3 goals there. Unless you play Broja, I mean, then you might actually have a chance. I
rate Broja, but like, don't want him.
No,
I don't want him playing yet.
But I agree, but you don't.
Penny needs to go and get help.
You don't really have much of a choice, and Kenny also saying 5-0.
No, true. True, but like, Broja's going to come in for 1 game, not get service, not do much. He'll miss a sitter, and Chelsea fans will be on his neck. I would rather Havertz and Mount hang themselves these next few games. That way, metaphorically. That way, when Broja comes in, he's allowed to have a consecutive run without any criticism. Because I actually like the guy. So.
Actually, no, they won't score 2-0 Chelsea. Well, that's a little bit more realistic. Also, I was joking, Russ, on that one. Also, I violently disagree, Kenny. Okay, also got a bit feisty in that. RJ, Chelsea Leicester. Obviously, Charl said more than enough about United, so I'm sure you're about to return.
Oh yeah, I heard it all. Don't worry, I heard it all. So
can I speak on United afterwards?
No, you cannot.
Yes, Prime. You absolutely.
No.
Prime, you absolutely can speak on them. Let RJ continue to say whatever he wants about Chelsea, and then
So-
you can go in on Man U.
First and foremost, obviously, we have to thank Chelsea for the absolute shit show they gave us, and it was absolutely beautiful to watch on a Sunday. It was absolutely beautiful. I actually loved it, every single moment of it. So looking at this game, I think, just to give my prediction out there, just for so United, you can type that in. 1-0 Leicester, and I will tell you why. Reason being is that I think the only way this game goes is probably through a penalty, and the team that are more likely to give away this penalty is probably Chelsea. Koulibaly is a big miss. Gallagher is not worthy of playing. Let's be real, lads. You're in the mud right now, and it's great. It's great that the tables have finally turned once and for all. So, yeah, good luck with Chalobah in defence when he hasn't even played a game already this season, and good luck trying to.
I'm not too much of a fan.
Hey, no. Respect Chalobah, please.
Oh, you've
What do
changed
you
your.
respect Chalobah,
Suddenly, hold on, you've changed your tune in the 4 or 5 months that I haven't been on YouTube.
No. Chalobah's still a bum, but like when the option is him or Aspie or even Reece James at right centre back consecutively, I'd rather choose Chalobah because Reece James at right centre back. Because Reece James at right centre back means we have to play Ruben at right wing back, and I don't want to see that. So
I don't understand the logic between that. Like, why would you play?
There is no logic. He's stubborn. Tuchel's stubborn.
But he's not just stubborn. He's stupid as hell. And like, I understand when shit hits the fan and you have to do what you have to do. But I mean, there's other ways where you can plan it out. So, and plus, he gave away Levi Colwill to bloody that's my fan.
Nah, but Levi Colwell's not that good. He's not good.
Better than other players.
Don't think so. But Velv, before Prime goes in on United quickly, just give me a quick prediction for Chelsea Leicester, and then I'll let you talk about the Liverpool Bournemouth game, which should be interesting.
I'll go with 1-1.
1-1. I hear that. Can't wait to hear what Latimus Prime wants to say about Man United. Dylan says, good evening, everyone, especially to RJ. We had a great Rocket League game earlier. Love to see it. Very intelligent take and prediction. RJ, love to see it. But Prime, what do you want to say about United?
I've been saying this like since preseason. I don't get disrespect given towards Man United. I think they are firmly in this top 4 discussion. I have them finishing like 5th. And I think they'll do quite well in the Europa League. I don't think they'll win it. Well, they could win it. They're not my favourites, but they're in amongst it to win the Europa League. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is, 1, I don't believe there are players as bad as Man United fans and even rivals meet them not to be. And 2, you've now got a superior manager. If Ollie, who we all agree here, he's a PE teacher, right? League 2 level manager. Yeah,
he's a consensus lad, I'll be honest.
Amongst the football, not as a manager, yeah.
With the right people around him, he could have done well at maybe a Palace or
But anyway, my point being, the whole world agreed that he was bad and terrible, right? But yet he finished top 4 twice comfortably, and he got to Europa League final. I expect Ten Hag to minimum do that. Minimum, he should be able to do that, because if Ollie could do it, expect anyone to do it.
No, I suppose there is a good chance with Liverpool looking like they might be having a bit of a shaky season, Chelsea not looking like they fired at all at the moment. I suppose, that's a fairly sensible take, actually. I was expecting something completely different.
Why are you surprised?
Because I genuinely thought I thought you were just going to bounce.
When have I ever slandered United? Charlotte, you set me up to kind of fail there. I've never slandered United.
It's very true. It was I think Charlotte was expecting. I think Charlotte was expecting something completely different as well.
No, I'm sorry. Why? I'm sorry. I haven't been listening. I've just been like drinking my drink. And
basically, Prime Just praised United and said that he expects them to get top 4 and maybe win the Europa League.
No. Fifth. They're not making.
That wasn't me. No, that wasn't me. But
Charl, that was Charl. Right.
Well, look, I'm for the homies.
You're a Derby fan. Right. Stop messing around now. Fair enough. I think Matt was also equally as surprised there. Kenny says Liverpool might lose to Bournemouth. Imagine. I hate seeing Liverpool suffer. Calling Ollie a League Two level manager, this guy was saying Celtic links was a disrespect to Emma Hayes. I think Emma Hayes could do better than working in the Scottish League.
I didn't call Ollie a League Two level manager.
No. You can all stop right now. We're going to slander Emma Hayes. Do not disrespect. No.
Hold up. Actually,
right now. No. Hold on. Firstly, she is doing just well at Chelsea Women. She doesn't need to go anywhere else. She's doing so well, making this team.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Right.
She's not going anywhere until she's won the Champions League with Chelsea.
Charlotte, we know the point. He was. Wait, let me go with this. He was trying to come to me because he thinks I said Ollie's a League Two level manager. I've never said that. I think Ollie personally is a lot better than people gave him credit for. But the consensus for people was that he was League Two level. And I said Emma Hayes, when she was linked to the Celtic job, it's a disrespect to her because she's much better than Celtic.
Yeah, I mean that's kind
Gerrard won the league. Gerrard won the league with Rangers, and he's a bum. That league is way too good for
if I'm being honest, I think Emma Hayes would be ready to make a Premier League team. I think, if Brighton were ever, if Graham Potter was to accept the England job, I would. If I was Brighton, I'd be going after Emma Hayes like anything. Why not? It's something different, and she'll bring a fresh idea to him. And Brighton are all about getting people who are very good tactically, understand the game, and students of the game. Emma Hayes meets all of the above.
No, I want Emma Hayes to replace Tuchel when the time comes.
So that makes sense. I hope, hi mate, I hope you're well. Is there call-ins tonight? With the way this show's been going, I don't even know we'll get through all the games. But yes, maybe. You never know. Aaron, you hate seeing Liverpool suffer, weirdo. Women's game is different to men's game. Celtic is one of the biggest clubs in the world. They are different, yes, but the tactics. Well, Emma Hayes doesn't just watch women's football. Yes, she's just managed in women's football, but she watches men's football all the time. And yes, women might not be able to do exactly what the men do, but tactically, it's still going to be fairly similar. Wolf says, can you get in the bin? Thought you were a United fan. I am. Right, moving on. Liverpool, Bournemouth. Velv, I'll let you start on this. You've had a fantastic result against Fulham on the opening day of the season, where you drew 2-2, getting a valuable point for your relegation survival. You got a great point against Crystal Palace after Nunes decided to go headbutting. And you unfortunately did not beat Manchester United. So, Velv, Bournemouth, you can't be confident at all. And do you think you're getting relegated? Klopp sacked?
First thing I'd like to say, congratulations for those who got their GCSE results today. Those who must be happy.
No, we don't care. Don't deflect.
No one gives
Val, we don't have time for that. Come on, Val.
Why are you trying to shadow people who do the GCSEs?
Val, let me ask. Did Klopp get his GCSEs? Because right now,
oh, you guys just ruined the build-up. I was gonna say, oh my, okay, I'll skip it. You guys just ruined them.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Do it.
You guys ruined it. No, it's done. You guys ruined it. Well done. I hope you're happy now. Yeah. With Bournemouth, Henderson's gonna play, so it's gonna be Bournemouth are definitely gonna score. It's gonna be. I'm just going to say 2-1 Liverpool, but it's going to be a 1-1 draw. 2-1 Liverpool, but the reality, 1-1.
Okay. Couple of comments here. Kenny says Bournemouth to win 1-0. Embarrassing to our fan base and disgust me when speaking about the beautiful game. Right, interesting. Don't worry now, Liverpool deserve to be us according to Klopp. Well, we've all known Klopp is something else. Thinking about how we're getting Pancreta for 6 million more than Gibbs White, David Sullivan masterclass. GCSEs is basically exam results. And I'm not putting that one up there. Prime Marcus Lonzo or Boss Winger. It's a tough one, actually.
Question: Charlotte, did Bossing were playing the League final? You're not paying attention.
And she's in another world.
Okay.
Prime, don't bother.
You know? What's going? Sorry, I was on TikTok.
Wait, are
I
you?
was
Are you?
living my best life watching
Yeah, I know.
cricket.
I
and
I know you are. I know
I
you
know.
are. Where
Okay,
was
bye.
that? Did Bossingworth play in our? Did Boss? Oh, okay. Whatever. Marcus Alonso.
Yeah, she's in her own world. Like, don't. Yeah.
Yeah, Charl is completely in her own world. I'm gonna start off the rest of us with this game. Liverpool can defend. Trent can't defend at the moment. Van Dijk can defend at the moment. Joe Gomez can sort of defend at the moment. Robertson cannot defend at this precise moment. Alisson cannot do a job of 5 people. Milner cannot play central midfield. Jordan Henderson cannot play central midfield. So I'm going to go 2-0 Bournemouth. I know it sounds mad, but, you know, I actually quite rate this Bournemouth side, and I don't rate this Liverpool side in any way, shape or form. So, yeah, I actually think Klopp might end up leaving this season, but that's just a personal opinion. And also Curtis Jones in that profile picture definitely when he's back from injury needs to be getting some minutes in central midfield, because I know he's English, but he's a lot better than Milner and Henderson combined. So that's just my opinion there. Can't blame Liverpool for the loss, like Klopp said. The time ran out, so they couldn't win. Prime thoughts on Mount? That's
He's vastly overrated by a fan base, and also vastly underrated by a fan base.
could not agree.
He's
Agree more.
he's just a good English player. Like, that's about it.
No, I completely.
Or, well,
agree.
not even good England. He's a good Chelsea player. For England, he's not necessarily that great, but for Chelsea, he's just like good.
For England, he just does my head in. Exactly, Dylan. Why didn't they keep the game going until Liverpool won? Absolute joke. Prime thoughts on the magnificent, phenomenal, majestic sunglasses you are showcasing. Love it. Right, moving on. Charl, quick prediction for Liverpool Bournemouth.
1-1.
1-1. No one really back in Liverpool here. It is at Anfield if that changes anything, guys. Prime?
Latimer's Prime.
Liverpool, don't judge me. You were on TikTok. Liverpool Bournemouth.
Don't judge me. I'm drinking. You're not.
I drank yesterday. Anyway, Liverpool Bournemouth.
That was 24 hours ago.
Okay, stop. This is not couples counseling. Okay, come on.
Oh, God.
Liverpool Bournemouth. Liverpool went comfortably 4-0. You should. You're the better team. You got a world-class manager. Figure it out, Klopp. I don't like hearing all these excuses, because I don't like the excuses too close for us either. I don't want, like, you're a world-class manager. You're playing these bummy level teams. You should be winning. Like Henderson, Milner, and what's his name, Harvey Elliott is a midfield good enough to beat Bournemouth. I rate Scott Parker as a manager, but it's still Bournemouth. You should be beating them comfortably.
Yeah,
That midfield is League One at best.
Okay, and you got a world-class manager. You got a world-class manager. Figure it out. I don't care.
Sorry, you just disrespected almost every League One midfield there is this season, but I'll allow that. RJ, your prediction for this game?
Yeah, I think, like I said, just like a certain Scouse legend, Klopp is just going to undermine this team and pretty much seek the consequences. So I'm going to say 2-0 to Bournemouth.
Me and RJ are actually agreeing on a result. Makes sense. We've actually agreed on. We've agreed on 2 already, or 3 actually. Technically,
What
just one
Klopp just
right
needs to do on
Dan,
this tomorrow.
You're copying me now. Come on.
Klopp just needs to play players that can play football. Just put Carvalho and we're sorted. Don't give me Milner, he's going to do cardio on the pitch, and don't give me Henderson, who is a 6. And
so what midfield do you want?
Fabinho, Carvalho, and Elliott.
Where's the balance?
That midfield gets opened up. There's no balance.
Oh yeah, there's no balance there.
And plus, knowing what Jurgen Klopp is, he does not play a creative midfield.
100%.
That midfield is too creative for Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
the same guy
not
that
to
bought
mention-
Genie. It's the same guy that bought Genie Wijnaldum and turned him into the Dutch version. This is the same guy that bought Genie.
Hold on, that's a
Well-
legendary comment there by Andrew. Now, are you sponsored by Ginsters? And is that one of the perks of the membership? No, but if anyone from Ginsters is watching, we do have sponsorship packages available. Also, Andrew would like a free Ginsters. Don't blame him. I think we use Ginsters, but yeah, that was a great comment.
I don't know.
Could I ask this one question to Val?
Wait, hold on. No, hold on. This is the same manager that bought like Wijnaldum, who was like at the time and one of the best creative midfielders and goal scoring midfielders, and he turned them into the Dutch version of Jordan Henderson. Like Klopp doesn't do well with creative midfielders, typically.
Klopp out has just sent in a super chat saying Klopp out now. Big thanks for a super chat. And I suppose we should, well, we're going to overrun the hour anyway, so we might as well deep dive into this a little bit more. Like, do we see it at some stage where this season may be Klopp's last season? Like, do we see that as a possibility? Velv, I'll let you start on this, of course, but is there a chance that we could see Klopp leave?
No.
Really?
No, he's not leaving. He's staying. The only time I think he will possibly go is either next season, but this season I don't see it personally.
Fair. Anyone else? Anyone else think the Klopp might actually end up leaving this season?
Well,
I don't care enough.
I just want to say just a few things. Well, this is kind of funny because, like, back in his Borussia Dortmund days, when he got found out, I believe this is his 7th season at Dortmund. He left, and this is his 7th season, if I'm correct, with Liverpool.
No. RJ. He didn't leave. He got sacked when they were in the relegation zone. He got sacked.
Okay. So if Liverpool have an ounce of balls, they will do the same. Simple as that.
He got sacked.
Also,
He got sacked. Basically,
I will say just one thing on that. I don't think Liverpool will sack Klopp. I think there would be, especially with the love that there is between the two, I think if it got to that stage, there would be a mutual thing where they both go, and yeah, now we need you need to leave.
He didn't get
but you're not.
He left. What are you on about?
No. He did get sacked. He did get sacked.
He didn't. Show me the articles where he got sacked right now.
Right. Moving on.
Oh my guys! This is a No. This is a preview show. I have the power to remove you, Prime. This is a preview show.
Also,
I have the power to remove you.
Oh,
so it's okay.
I would like
everyone behave right now.
No, I have an opinion on what's going on with Klopp.
Okay. I want to hear it.
My opinion is like he's the modern day Wenger. Like his job is so like what other manager in 2 years on the bounce can lose the league point and still continuously keep his job? Can lose a Champions League final in that fashion and still keep his job? Liverpool are not that serious, and like he's just there. It's fine.
Right.
Just fine. They're allowed to do that, and like, it's not even me being bantering. Like he's allowed to do that, and it's fine.
Yeah, so name and manager is one of the both.
I want to go to bed before Christmas Day.
8 years.
We're moving on. Kenny, there was no beef
in 8 years.
Pep hasn't won every trophy yet.
He hasn't won a champion.
Wonderful. Now, moving on, because I don't want to go to bed before Christmas 2029. There was no beef on Twitter, Kenny. You're saying infactual information. Andrew of membership badge. Big win. It is a big win. That is a big win. More of you need to become members. You can for as little as 99p. So there really are no excuses.
Bring Kenny on. Bring Kenny on.
Klopp 7th season curse. Fell Klopp out. Wow. Klopp will be sacked after Liverpool come 8th. Is Mustafa bothering you? No. I am a Martial fan now, Dylan. Wolf, you smell beautiful. That's brilliant news. But he's injured. Glazer's in. Jurgen Klopp is a coach that makes every single player feel important, says Mitch Langrick, with the decision of the current Liverpool boss to leave Borussia Dortmund in 2015 coming as a huge shock. Klopp felt that it was needed to change after overseeing a memorable period in the club's history and ended up at Anfield in October after bidding farewell to Dortmund. Not proper beef, but like it were funny. Who timed me out? I have no idea. Can't come on, no Wi-Fi.
Oh my
using
God,
hotspot.
God is listening to me. Thank you, Satan.
Using hotspot right now, and this is dreadful currently, so it won't be good for.
No,
obviously.
Kenny, it's
Lovely.
cool. You can still come on with a hotspot.
Prime.
Right, moving on, and this is a quick fire couple of 3-1s now because they're pretty easy to predict. Man City Palace, I'm going 3-0 City. Charl?
3-0 City.
Valve?
2-1 City.
Prime?
5-1-2.
And RJ?
I'm the underdog. 2-1 Palace. Come on, boys. Up the Eagles.
They're playing Palace. They're playing Palace.
Yes.
4-1. 4-1.
Come on.
Just that one.
Palace are not that bad.
Too much.
Palace are not that bad defensively. 4-1.
Changes everything.
Yeah.
Arsenal Fulham. I'm going to start this one 2-1 Fulham. 2-1 Arsenal. I mean, crikey. Charl?
I'm going to be a little controversial and say a draw, 2-2.
Okay. Valve?
2-0 Arsenal.
Prime?
3-1 Arsenal.
And RJ?
2-1 Arsenal.
Excellent. And the last quick fire one before we actually deep dive into the last two games, because I actually want to talk about these two games. Villa West Ham. I'm gonna say 1-1. I don't think either team will win this. Charl?
I don't know whether 0-0 or 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1. Why not?
Lovely. Valve?
2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa. And Prime?
2-0 West Ham.
And RJ?
2-0 West Ham.
Excellent. Right, so we got through them. That was easy. Also, big up to all of the new viewers we've got. Make sure you're subscribing and becoming a member and all of that lovely jazz. Kenny, get that disgusting little creature Shrek out of your Avi. Kenny, come on so we can watch you chewing gum. Mustafa, me and Charl agreed on something.
Whoa, what did we agree on? No, I don't think I agreed to anything of your delusional thoughts.
Wait.
Velvet
Any simping for Charlotte? Wow.
Damn.
Sorry, can we please bring Andrews? If there are 35 watching, there should be guys. Smash the like if you haven't already. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe immediately. We are a great bunch of kids. Also, you can join our membership program. We can join. Hold on, I'm not done yet. You can join a membership, and our memberships range from 99p to 12.99. Yes, that is a variety. Yes, you're welcome. We go from little and oldie to Waitrose. You're welcome.
I love that. Everything that Charl said there is actually factually true. So yeah, if you want to be a member, you can. There's lots of perks, lots of stuff, and you get early access to our videos like they did yesterday when I released it at 1 a.m. in the morning for the members. And all of them actually genuinely watched it before it went live.
So there's 65 people watching. Can we get some
Wesley
likes?
Fofana. Wesley Fofana is happening.
But
Charlotte,
do.
Wesley Fofana is happening.
No.
Wesley
Prime,
Fofana is
that's all
happening.
good, but I'm trying to help
Fofana.
Niall and this channel. So if you don't
It's okay,
mind, I'm trying to. No,
sorted.
guys, smash
Well,
the
yeah, but
like. Smash
More
the
we
like.
keep talking about that. They may want to actually hear the content.
Fabrizio
So
Romano announced Fofana like 41 minutes ago. Prime.
Who cares? Right, Wolves Newcastle. Let's actually get back to some content and all of that lovely jazz. Wolves versus Newcastle. Now Newcastle are signing some pretty darn decent players. Obviously, you got Bruno Guimaraes as well. They've got Nick Pope. You know, they've got talent, real talent there. With obviously Target, I think they've still got Target, haven't they? If I remember correctly. Yeah. They signed Isak as well, didn't they? And Kieran Trippier, who's turned out to be a bloody good right back, hasn't he? I remember United didn't want Trippier. I wonder if they regret that. But Newcastle, I mean, they have to. It's a process. I think anyone who remembers the takeover between of Manchester City when they did it, it's a bit of a process. You have to get especially if you're going to do it right, you have to get the work done correctly, and it is a slow build. But realistically, where do Newcastle finish this season? Because we all probably agree Newcastle win this game, but more importantly, where do we see this Newcastle side? Because obviously it's the first year without Mike Ashley in charge, without Steve Brewster. They've got an exciting manager, exciting players. The fans are right behind the club now. So where does this team realistically finish this season?
I believe that I think Newcastle could. They're obviously going to finish top 10. But for me personally, if they continue like this, I think they could be going for Conference League. I don't think that's as far stretched.
Interesting.
I mean, 7th place isn't really that far stretched. I think if they continue like this, and if other teams don't continue on that consistency, I believe that Newcastle will eventually be back to challenging in the next couple of years, or even as far as this year. I think that they made a phenomenal start. They made some really good buys. Nick Pope absolutely outdid himself last Sunday. Absolutely. So yeah, I think that they've made some really good saves, and I think that they could be challenging for the Conference League 100%.
Yeah. No, I do agree, and this is the danger.
It might not be this year, but it will be in the next couple of years.
This is the danger, I think, for Liverpool, who don't spend money. I also think this is the issue for United if they don't get their stuff in order. Is realistically what happens, and I think with Newcastle coming in. Now they're going to be spending big. You've got Man City, Newcastle. You're going to have Chelsea who spend big because they normally do. I think with all of this, you've then got to start thinking Arsenal. They've started spending. United always spend money. It's just do they get the right players in? And I think Liverpool are in real danger here. With if Newcastle start getting the players that we all expect them to get, I think they are in real danger, especially when Klopp goes. If they don't start really getting some players in that is going to improve this team. But I rate Newcastle, and I do think that they've got quite an interesting team. I think they will be challenging. I think Eddie Howe, he said when he left Bournemouth, he went to lots of different training places, training camps, all of this. I think he even met the England rugby manager, just to get an idea of different techniques, different management styles, and you can definitely see he's a much better manager for it than he was at Bournemouth. And, if they can keep Callum Wilson fit, that would be a huge plus. But now they've got Isak, they don't need to be so reliant on keeping Callum Wilson fit, which I think has been, the issue at Newcastle for the last couple of seasons, which has been, if Callum Wilson ain't starting, you ain't getting goals. And I think that's the issue Newcastle have had. And I think Isak will just add to that and will just bring more diversity up front. And it'll get Callum Wilson playing possibly even better. But does anyone else have an opinion on Newcastle before we give our predictions to it?
I think people are trying to jump the gun maybe a bit too early, Newcastle. They do look great, and I rate Eddie Howe and stuff. Yeah. But they're not going to They would need to have an exceptional season, and other teams would need to drop off massively for them to push for Europe or anything this season. I think with the squad they have, like a top 10 finish, I think it's possible. It should be their aim. But anything better than that, like them finishing 8th, 7th, which would be the place if you're in that like European discussion, I think that's a massive ask for them, and it would require, like for example, Callum Wilson staying fit for the whole season, because he is probably their best player. It would require Alan St. Maximin. Yeah, I don't rate Isak, but it would require Callum Wilson having to stay fit. It would require Alan St. Maximin stepping up a lot more in terms of goals and assists. I know he got 2 goals, was it last weekend or whatever, but him doing that on a consistent basis. So yeah, I just think that European spot is too much of an ask this season. But they are doing well. They're slowly building, and what they could possibly be in the future, like it's there. You can see it. But
yeah,
I mean, just let Newcastle be Newcastle. Let them build slowly.
I'm not suggesting, and by any stretch of the imagination, I'm not suggesting for 1 second that I think Newcastle are going to get top 4 or get Europe this season. What I'm saying is you can clearly see the building blocks are there. And if you go back to my previous comment on the City, shall we say, build or rebuild, it took them a little while. They made some astute signings, which I think you can compare with Newcastle. Kieran Trippier being absolutely one of them, knows the league very well. Matt Targett being an absolute another one. They need to continue to buy the players that will add real quality, but also not be ridiculous and start buying players just for the sake of buying it. And I think that's a concern I've got for Nottingham Forest, that they're just buying for the sake of buying. I think Newcastle have done it a lot smarter and are really looking at certain areas of the squad that need strengthening and dealing with that. I think Sven Botman is a fantastic buy. I think he'll really improve the squad, and I think he'll improve himself. And that's the sort of thing. So it's an interesting one with Newcastle, and I am quite excited for them, to be fair. Who wants a free Bruno shirt, guys? Free giveaway in partnership with Sports Hub and Ginsters. I definitely don't believe that's happened. But as I said, Ginsters sponsorship options are available.
What's Ginster? What's Ginster?
Pasty company. Why is Mustafa timed out? Wolf 5? No idea. But moving on, does anyone else like RJ have anything to say on Newcastle before we just go through our predictions for this game?
Can I just make just something that you said about just Forest and Newcastle, just the differences? I think just about Forest in general, I think what they did was kind of smart, because realistically, you look at the squad they had. I think all Forest fans would definitely admit that their squad wasn't good enough to stay in the Prem if they made no signings. I think obviously you have to go big and bold when you're going into the Prem, because you are in the A-leagues, you're part of the biggest league in the world. Obviously Newcastle doing it small and smart. Yes, that is correct. I do believe so. I even predicted them 7th in my prediction, because I knew they would do something like this, where they'd slow beginning in the transfer window and make a big sign like Isak in the final weeks. So yeah, I do think it's going to be a good game. But I do think Newcastle, especially with how they're funded and all that, with loads of money and having a manager who does care about the players, the system, and just embracing like football in general, I think they will go far if things go well, of course.
I mean, I hear you on the Forest bet. I never said that Forest shouldn't have signed players. I never said that. What I'm saying is to go and sign 15, 16 brand new players, I think that's too much. I think for team cohesion, for the finances, if you go down, I think it's ridiculous to bring in 15 new players. 6, 7, I could understand, but there's no doubt they brought in some quality players. But I don't think Forest will go down. I'm just saying, we've seen it with Fulham. When Fulham came up, spent a load of money, went straight back down. So, you really do need to, especially for new teams, they need to be very careful and astute with the signings they make. That's all I'm saying on that. But predictions for this game. I'm going to say the Newcastle will go win 3-0. I don't know what's happened to Wolves, but I don't get it. I don't get what's happened to them. They're not as good as they were last season. And I think Pedro Neto's joining Arsenal, hasn't he?
Apparently that deal's off.
It's off. Oh. I was just about to say,
so,
do you know?
But,
that would have.
But
that
anyway,
would have been,
but Mystic, can you tell us what's wrong with your pack?
I have absolutely no idea.
Because his name's Mystic Wolf. His name is Mystic Wolf.
Yeah.
We're talking about Wolves.
Big up to BM. Long time no see. Love to see it. But as I was saying,
out for that one actually.
Jesus Christ. Wolves could struggle this season for sure. I definitely agree. Phantom's back. Phantom is definitely not back for sure. Won't make any good. Right, moving on. Charl, what's your prediction
For what game?
Wolves Newcastle.
Newcastle are going to win, and I am going to say 3-1.
Okay, interesting. Velv?
Oh, sorry. Just watching the last game. 2-0 Newcastle.
Okay. Point?
Yes, you.
Me?
Yeah, we're on. Yes, you.
Yes.
Sorry. Wolves Newcastle.
Yes.
I'm going 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1. Okay. And RJ, finally for you.
1-0 Newcastle. People are sleeping on Wolves.
Okay. Got anything to back that up, or
Well,
any
look at Spurs
reasoning?
last week. Look at Spurs last week. It was just a simple goal that happened. Do you know what I mean? And let's be real.
No, but they dominated the game, but didn't score because they lack a goal scorer.
Yeah. Yes. That's what might happen.
They still lack a goal scorer.
Yeah, but their
still
midfield
lack a
is
goal
pretty
scorer.
good. Nunez was unreal. I mean, I'm talking about the Wolves Nunez, not the Liverpool Nunez. But it's. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a very close call. But I think just because of the fact that Newcastle do have strike force, I think that's how they're going to win. So yeah.
Interesting. Right. Just make note. Don't want to deal with that one. To be honest, Wolves hit the heights when they got into UEFA Cup, and since then have been out of ideas and no real direction. Santo did okay, but then he just nosedived. Wolves aren't an attractive proposition on and off the pitch, to be honest. So yeah, I think if not this season, they could be relegated within 3 years. That is a big prediction. To think Wolves might get relegated, but I suppose it's plausible. They've been relegated before. No one is safe. No one is safe in the league at all. But the last game of the weekend to talk about is actually Nottingham Forest versus Spurs, which actually links into us talking about Forest. Now, I really like Steve Cooper, and I think he's a fantastic manager and a terrific manager. I do have slight concerns with the amount of players that they've brought in. I've concerns with the amount of players, not the who they brought in, the amount, and some of the figures being bandied about. 50 odd million for or 45 million for Morgan Gibbs White is just insane. It is just absolutely insane. But Spurs on the other hand got Conte. They've got Kane, Son, Richarlison. They've added some decent players. This is going to be a very tough game, but I do think Spurs will win it. The reason I say that is just quite simple. Conte knows how to win, and whilst I like Forest, I do think Spurs will just. I think they will find goals. I think they will, but I don't think it'll be easy. I'm going to go 2-1 to Spurs. I think Dean Henderson will have a very good game for Forest. It's also nice to see some of the younger players who have been sort of hidden away at some of these big clubs. You think of Dean Henderson, you think of Neco Williams, also Brennan Johnson, who's been with Forest for a little while. Quality player. And I really don't understand why Forest didn't even go in for James Garner, which was quite a shock. I don't understand how James Garner is even on the transfer list, but hey ho, maybe that will be another show. But I'm going for 2-1 Spurs. Charl, what about you? What's your thoughts on this game?
I mean, Spurs have played well in the first couple of games. I'm not ruling out Nottingham Forest. I am going to say a 1-1 draw.
Okay, fair enough. Velv, what's your thoughts on Forest Spurs?
Taiwo Awayini, Nico Williams, 2-0 Forest.
Okie dokie. Prime, got anything to say on this match or these teams?
One, well, don't pronounce my countryman's name if you can't pronounce it properly. Thank you. Two,
I'm sorry, who's your
I'm talking about Valve, pronounce that name again?
What is it? I can't remember. He was our player as well. That's so frustrating thing.
Yeah, he's not your player. He's my countryman. Don't pronounce it.
He played for Liverpool.
Anyway, I don't care about Liverpool. You've won one. Anyway, I don't care. You pronounced it wrong. Anyway, Spurs will beat Nottingham Forest comfortably. I'm going 3-0.
3-0 Spurs, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. RJ, what's your thoughts? Because obviously you've said a lot about Dean Henderson. Not all of it fair. If we're being completely honest with ourselves, not all of it fair. I suppose, are you happy to see him getting game time now? And do you think that he will do well at Forest? I mean, and try not to be too rude about him, because I do think you said a few things that are just a little bit out of line on I do. I really do.
Look, right. So this is what I think about Dean Henderson. Look, he's a young lad looking for a chance.
Don't be scared of him. No, Henderson's a bum. Just say it. Don't be scared of him.
Look, the thing is, I hate his attitude. I think it's one of his worst traits, and I think it's the thing that will let him down and essentially not give him what he truly wants, which is that number one position at United. I think when you look at it, he has a lot of potential to be great. Obviously, he can save penalties, but so can De Gea. I think when you realistically look at it, next season, I think Ten Hag will be looking for a new keeper, and I think we will probably look around Sanchez maybe, if I'm really honest, someone who can play properly, who is humble, who knows how to play with the correct style, of course. And for this game, of course, like I said, he's had a good season so far, Henderson, obviously, except for the Newcastle game where he let in 2 goals, one of them being, obviously you can't blame him for one of them, and then obviously he done well against West Ham. So I think for this game, it's going to be a big ask to stop, one of the best trios in the Premier League right now in Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. I think, it's going to be a tough one. I'm leaning towards what Prime said. I'm saying 3-0 as well. I don't see, with all respect, like I said, they do have a good attack, Forest, but the thing is, it's not good enough to stop Conte, in my opinion.
I don't think, and again, I just want to be very clear. I don't think Henderson will do enough to stop Spurs. I think he'll do well, but I don't agree with Dylan saying that he's a spoiled brat. I disagree completely.
I think he is.
He was. No, I completely, wholeheartedly disagree. And the reason, and I'll say it right now. At the start of last season, he was told by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, "You're going to be my number one." Ole had said that, right? He had said that to Dean Henderson. It was very clear, well reported. And then obviously he got COVID, and De Gea did fantastic. But Dean Henderson was never really given the chance, and I do understand why he was frustrated at the lack of game time, and I suppose the lack of respect that Ole was showing and others. I do think that Dean Henderson, and I said this on a previous stream, I think for United, both of them need to leave. I think De Gea and Dean Henderson both need to leave, because I don't think this fan base, I don't think they can unite between one goalkeeper. I don't think they can unite behind one. I think they're so divided on both. So I think both need to leave. And I think for the sort of sanity of United, I suppose, I think you need to get a brand new goalkeeper who's comfortable to do the number one job, and I suppose be a bit more modern. I think we said last stream that Illan Messier would be a fantastic signing for United. He would be a terrific signing. Dubravka at Newcastle, another one that I think United could get, and he could become a number one. We've seen him prior to Steve Bruce turning up do very well at Newcastle and do all of the things that you want a modern day keeper to do. Sommer, I don't think will go to United.
He's too old. He's too old.
And I sort of do agree with that as well. But I think Illan Messier is the one that United should be going for if they can somehow convince him to join, which, you know, this is Manchester United. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Could I correct what you said? Sorry, just quickly.
Of course.
Yeah, I do agree. Messier is a very top choice. I did say Sanchez as well. Both great keepers. Both. Sanchez. What I think is, and obviously, you know, he's not the first person to go from Leeds to United. We had the King himself go from Leeds to United, and he's a legend of this club as well. I think when you talk about Henderson, right? Obviously, yeah, all that thing about Ole, that might have been true, but you have to understand the only reason he was given a chance was because De Gea had to go for a month to Spain for his child. If I'm wrong, yeah. I'm wrong, but he was
no. You are.
That was a chance. So it's kind of just like it just came back to bite him in the ass, right? You got this chance because of it, and you got it, and so like there's no need to cry over it.
It wasn't just because of the kid, though. It wasn't just because De Gea was having a kid. He was playing shockingly. He was nowhere near his best.
But then he shouldn't be upset when De Gea came back and played unreal. Like
no, I agree, but I suppose that to counter that, De Gea can't do what Ralph Rangnick and Ten Hag have wanted from a goalkeeper. Ollie less so much, because don't think Ollie necessarily wanted to play out from the back. But in terms of what your last two managers, well, your last manager and your current manager have wanted to do in terms of playing out from the back, being possession-based, high energy, I don't think De Gea has got that in him. I do see glimpses and parts of Henderson having that, but I don't think United should go for either, because what you need at United is to somehow unify your fan base. By putting in Henderson, you've got the De Gea lot going after him. Put in De Gea, then you've got the Henderson lot after him. That's why I say, but I think you need a clean break and get rid of both and bring in a new one. I mean, you don't need three goalkeepers. You've got an academy goalkeeper in your academy who's not too bad. Bishop, I think, is his name. You've got Tom Heaton, who can happily do number two. Absolutely, easily. He is fine to sit on a bench and play FA Cup and Carabao Cup and maybe the odd Europa League game if needed. I do think you need a new goalkeeper, and I would get rid of both. And De Gea's contract does run out at the end of this season, and I do not see it being renewed. I just don't. I think his time will come to an end, mainly for the fact that I just honestly can't see United offering to pay anywhere near what he's on now. Even with the pay deduction that they got for not getting Champions League, I still don't think they would offer him anywhere near that. He's still getting over, 200k a week for the performances he's been putting in. I just don't think it's plausible. So I think De Gea will go at the end of the season. I don't think Dean Henderson should be the United goalkeeper, but we'll have to wait and see. And maybe me and RJ will actually. I've thought of a great idea. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll talk to RJ because I've just had a fantastic idea.
You know what's funny? The situation with Man United's goalkeeper is kind of similar with Chelsea. Both of them need to be sold because we both need clean breaks.
Yeah, I can give you that.
Yeah, I think with Chelsea, the fan base is kind of a bit, maybe not split like 50-50, But
Well, at least your players
people
are
are
actually.
now starting to. No,
At least
but
you
then,
don't have like keepers who are like absolute dickheads. To be fair, like Henderson. Like no offense to him. Like I'm sorry, if you go into like another team and you're doing a like an interview saying, "Oh, I didn't want to stay there long because I knew they wanted to keep me." I'm sorry, how arrogant do you have to be to like say that? Like honestly, no offense, mate. He should be gone. I don't care. I don't care even if he's a good keeper. He should go just because of the fact that he's no respect for anyone in that club. And honestly, I don't care anymore about him anymore because let's
No,
be real,
I
he's not as good anymore.
completely agree. I think you're on about Henderson, aren't you?
Yes, of course I am.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's why I've changed my stance, because you just can see it from a mile away now in terms of the fan base. I get rid of both. You just need to get rid of both. It's really, really that simple. And yeah, but guys, we've been going for an hour and a half, and I said that is the limit for these shows. So we've pushed it, but it's been great. I've actually enjoyed that, and me and RJ need to have a chat because I've got an idea, and you guys will love it. You guys will absolutely love it. So before we do go, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're not a member of the channel, please do become a member. You can for as little as 99p, which is the same as a McDonald's cheeseburger. So there really are no excuses, and there are fantastic content. You get great perks for being a member. You get all of the emojis. You'll get the new channel's badge next to your name, like Andrew and Russ and the others do. Also, you'll get to use some of the emojis, which are the stuff that Russ has been showcasing for the channel. And you get early access to our videos. We did the Rise and Fall of Dele Alli that was released earlier today. So do check that one if you want to just sort of go back in history and remember how good Dele Alli was. So, yeah. He was a fantastic player, and I go through the rise and the fall, and I'll just give you one clip of it, which is the kid showed the world what he could do, but the man in him let him down, and that is got to be one of the greatest sayings I've ever said. But that's just my opinion. Dylan also says Mackey's cheeseburgers are $1.19 now. No, oh, there you go. You get it cheaper than a Mackey's cheeseburger. So what are you waiting for now? But before you do go, Charl, where can they find you?
You can find me on here most of the time. I do the F1 show on Wednesday with Niall. I'm also going to be back on my channel, Charl Strong TV, for one night only on Sunday, where I will be joined by Niall and Chris on an unfiltered F1 watch along. So tune in for that one. Also, subscribe to this
afternoon show. The
yes, and
2.
Also, afternoons. Sorry, my bad. Also, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already.
No, she's drunk. Relax.
Also, you
can
follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Charl_strong. Also, at hashtag Anthony What? Like, why has my name been changed? Who changed my name?
Dylan says I won't be finding any of the panelists apart from Velvet Prime. Everyone is deluded. I don't know. I don't know how me and RJ have been deluded. I guess you can't please everyone. Where can I find Pelvish? And damn it, missed the show. You can watch it back on replay.
You did, Laurie. You missed it. You can smash the like already. You can smash the like and subscribe immediately.
You definitely can do that.
You obviously haven't got your notifications on to notify you when we have a no show. But if you join the membership program, you would be able to realise that you get early notifications.
Charl is on one. It's brilliant.
No problem.
Leclerc let me down again, man. He's had a break. We'll see what he does in Belgium. But RJ, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Robotic Jaguar, trying to get back to streams and all that. Find me on the Combat Show every Thursday where we talk about, Anthony Joshua being shite and, all that fun stuff. Like I said, you can always find me on this channel somewhere, somehow. Like I said, opposed to the, the alcoholic beside me and the little fan below me, it's just a funny world, isn't it? So, yeah. Thank you so much for having me on, and I wait for the next show.
Absolutely. Prime, where can they find you, mate?
Take your
Actually,
time.
you can Milner. Wow.
What does Milner mean? I don't think I like that.
He shouted at Van Dijk at the United game, if you remember.
Oh, grow up! You'll deal with it.
Oh yeah, Val. Just a quick question.
That's what Milner said. That's what Milner said to Van Dijk. Grow up.
Oh, that's such a shame.
That's funny, actually.
Where can they find you, mate?
How's it going?
You can actually follow me on socials. Adam's Prime there. Go on TikTok and Instagram. I'm gonna post like a couple of TikToks that I've got saved. So follow me there. I've posted one now. You should see it.
Yeah, wait. I'm also going to post one in a bit. So our first TikTok.
Talking about these future posts, just post them. Like,
oh my. Oh,
Irish.
No. All right, you ginger little. Okay, I'm not going to say it because for the privacy.
Hey, no. Take
Just quickly, Val, where can they find you?
MSC. How about you take away Irish? Because don't slander the rest. Ginger.
Oh, here. Piss off. You're living in England, lad.
Val, where can they find you, mate?
Twitter is Vel_skills.
Thank you, Matt.
Right, on that note, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll be back at some point.
Tuchel out.